Alright, here we are for the finals. I would like to play first. We got our good old buddy, the 9th Bridge Patrol. I think we'll keep this. It's going to need a little help. You've seen the ups and downs of the 9th Bridge Patrol as we have sallied through the course of this draft. Hey, look, a good card. We have a semblance of a curve. Are you too proud to kill the 9th Bridge Patrol? You are not. I'm not currently in the market for attacking. I probably are in the market for making a servo off of this, though. And maybe attacking next turn, we'll see. Like, there's an argument to just activate this guy and make them deal with it. You don't want to make this trade. We both know it. And if you do, I'm totally fine with it. Alright, I don't think we're going to have a problem here. The sky skiff may be an issue. Alright. Would I rather have a 2-2 from my hand with a scry, or just make a 2-2 here? Like, we've got to start connecting, but in artistry, copying the Trinketer and the sky skiff really starts to do something. So I don't think I need to scry here, because I can just get a 2-2 that will turn into a 3-3 shortly. And we're interested in the skiff for blocking purposes. It's the only really good attack they have currently is the skiff, which is fine. We can take 2. Captain No Blocks. So with artistry, we want a skiff and a trinketeer. And all of a sudden, our little guys can attack. And we got a blocker for your stuff. Does that mean that I'd like to send in a 3-3? What do our blocks look like? Not particularly great yet. So it may be time, like, they couldn't answer one of these guys, they probably can't answer another one. I don't mind trading off the 9th Bridge Patrol, though, and a servo, so I think we can swing for 3 exactly. And then we're just kind of on the make servos every turn plan. All right, I'm down. All right, so currently I can make 1 servo a turn. We can trade this off with that. I think that means we do want to construct and see what we've got coming, and then we can evaluate our attacks. I'd like something that can deal with another flyer. That can deal with another flyer. It can't deal with that flyer unless I put a token on it, and I'm pretty happy putting a token on it. So I think this means we can now get in with both of these. We'll make a servo on the swing back. Do I want to trade that off? I might. Oh. Come back. We had so many trinketers. We had a trinketer. Is that Santa Claus? Is that what you're supposed to be? It might be. So there's been a good bit of on the draw taking out Herald for the other eager construct, and I think I'm kind of behind that. Like, the Consulate Skygate's okay too. It may even be better. Like, they showed us 3 bats and a skiff, and it blanks all of those, and we're just, like, against this deck, I think we're just looking to get to the late game, and the Skygate just blocks so many things. It can't attack, but, like, they're just a deck full of 3/1s. So Turtle's still quite good. Dromedary's not the droid we're looking for, but the Skygate might be. I think I'm down for that. Let's give this a go. We've got a frag, we've got a nothing. I mean, we do get to draw cards, but you kind of need at least a 3-drop here. I'm going to send that one back. I don't mulligan much. You guys know I don't mulligan much. But that I don't think is one we can keep. This one's actually quite close. There's 16 lands left in the deck, so we're like 45% chance to hit each draw. So that's 2 45% chances to be able to curve Animation Module into 9th Bridge Patrol, which is not exactly exciting. Actually, it's more than that, isn't it? Because I get 2 looks before. Yeah, it's 2 45% chances. I think since the deck is mostly land, I'm going to try this. You're not wrong for calling me a maniac for keeping this. But I think your win percentage gets so low when you go to 5 that sometimes you just have to keep hands like this. The main upside is that with the Animation Module, we're not going to have to discard, but it's not a good-looking hand. It's a hand with great potential. We're going to need some help to beat Grubby. That's okay, we can beat Grubby. We can beat a Grubby. I got you, Grubby. You don't want to trade these again. And if you do, I'm happy about it. Don't want the counter. We're actively looking to trade with the grubs or blink it and do things and stuff. Like, if we manage to hold back the grubs this turn, I'm stupid happy. That is known, that's what's known in the business as doing it. So to blink or not to blink? I think we need the card. So I'm gonna swing. If they've got a trick, we can at least counter it, but I think we're just getting in for 2. And I really do want to hit a land here. I can make another servo with it because we're already going to get the counter on the 9th Bridge Patrol to get the Animation Module going. Oh, okay. We got a Skygate, which is good. That stops the problems here. Yeah, I think I have to make another servo. So we can Skygate and Turtle next turn and be in okay shape. That's going to be a problem, but not if I hit a land. It may have an unfortunate malfunction. I didn't hit a land. It didn't have an unfortunate malfunction, but that's okay. We can take 4 for a turn or 2. So now everything's solved except for land. 1 land. And we're in business. I did keep a 1-lander. Let's not forget that. Like, that is a thing that happened. Alright, so we're taking 7 here. And I think I'm on land or dead. I cannot currently gang block that. Yeah, that's basically dead. Can bounce the giant, block one of those. What are we bouncing of ours? Probably the animation module. It's easy to replay and it's not doing anything currently. Does that mean I have an attack with the artisan? I don't think so. I'm not sure that this does a lot for us because we're still going to be at 3. I guess I could double block the giant and bounce this, block that. Which technically would give me one more draw. Yeah, I think that may need to be where I am. I'm going to bounce the Thopter because it costs the most to recast. So this gives me another draw towards a land. It's not great. I guess I can even bounce the turtle. Let's just bounce the turtle. That seems way better. We're basically jumping with a servo this way. Like, they cannot replay it, but that doesn't hurt too much, I don't think. All right, that doesn't, I think, do what you think it do, because I still get to keep my Skygate. Like 2 to the Skygate would have done something. That doesn't, unless you got another one. But I mean, we know you've got the Thopter, yeah, so may as well get it out. So now I need that malfunction to get active, and I just don't have it. I think that was our last turn to actually draw the last land. But you can see how this hand like had a plan, had a shot, right? And we were fairly likely to draw a land there. Playing 17, we had 14 left in the deck. So the deck's a little over half land. This leaves us actually cold though, as far as active draws. So they're not going to kill us this turn. Well, they certainly could have made it a lot worse for me, but they're not going to kill us this turn. But there's nothing that I'm aware of that we can draw to get out of it. So it kind of doesn't matter. Although malfunction now means I can block, and then land the Harrier, so that not attacking with another flyer that turn may have been what did it. I guess they were trying to play around an impeccable timing, but they didn't need to. Oh, or they just had a Welding Sparks and it didn't matter. There you go. Ow! I don't think there's any additional changes that I'd like to make. Like, knowing they have the haste flyer doesn't really change anything. It still seemed like the Consulate Skygate was quite good there. I think if we'd ripped a couple lands in a row, we were really in really good shape there because our card quality is quite good. So you could maybe make an argument for cutting. Ibix is such a good blocker, but cutting something to get the second construct in so that we don't just die. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut that Ninth Bridge Patrol. I've always only been okay seeing it. So if the Skygate's good, why not just have 2/2s that can block their grubs? Grubs are very good. Well, not to eat, but to play. Oh yes, we'll play first. I mean, this is another one of those that can do something, right? We can play a turtle, attack, play a turtle, attack. Like, we almost don't even need another land. Travis, are you really going to keep 2 1-landers? This hand does so much even without drawing another land. I think animation module is that good. like again, we've got a relatively strong chance of hitting a land, and we can play on, like, the second land should get us closer to the third, and even if I whiff this turn, it's kind of okay, right? Because we're just turtling. We've got all these turtles, though. Oh, you kept the one lander too. Nice. I want to get the most power on the board, which I think means just hitting for one here. In case we whiff again, I can at least make a servo. Oh, what can I say? Keeping one landers will sometimes win you the game. I'm legitimately curious what we had coming there. Like, I would like to look. How do I... Oh, there we go. Return to game. Like, were we going to hit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. We were going to flood out from there. So next turn we can probably still attack and make a servo, then get the artisan going with a counter, then have the construct to scry away a land at that point. So I think that went quite well. I think that went quite well. All right, well, cool. I appreciate you guys and gals watching. Do come check out the stream. I'm doing drafts, I'm doing sealed, and I'm doing modern with John. Would love to see you there. And again, I mentioned it earlier, but I'll mention again. We are rebooting the Men from Moto podcast. We have the pilot episode number 13, up on manadeprived.com right now. You can go listen to it and check it out. It's me and fellow streamer / SeemsGoodMagic content producer of your Dave Seville. We're discussing getting better at Magic by recording your gameplay. That's what I'm doing right now. So if you're into podcasts and that's your thing, check that one out. We're going to be recording another one shortly to get you ready for the Return to Ravnica and Gatecrash flashback drafts. But thanks for tuning in, folks. I'll see you here next week, and y'all have a good one.